Hello and welcome to episode 172 of No Lot Time.
That is correct.
Hi, my name is Jose Velez and with me, is the most interesting man in the world, Joel Young.
What's up? No low time, Obed. Good to be with you, my
Good
man.
to see you, man.
Yes, we are here for 172, man. I know it's been a long journey, but we're
I'm
doing
not
good.
I'm not keeping track anymore. It's like a number.
Episode four thousand five hundred
Episode
sixty-eight. We don't
episode
care,
number. Yeah, it's exactly what it is. How are you, man?
man. I'm doing really good. We're looking forward to a nice extended weekend. You and I both are gonna have some nice time off due to our employer. So that's a welcomed and very thankful thing going on there. So we're gonna be nice and refreshed going into next week's episode, guys. It's good.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I think so. I think so, man. I think so.
Okay, good.
But yeah, dude, things are going well on my end. I have not done too much, but I did get to catch the last two episodes rather of Superman and Lois on
I
CW.
heard that's
We
okay.
talked about the week before, and yeah, I got to see there, and I will tell you guys, it's a good one. If you haven't checked it out, it is good. I mean, you know me, Obed. I got my 3 episode rule, so I'm sticking to the third episode for sure because things can fall apart. I have seen those. I'm not going to go into prior stuff, but with this one, for the first 2 episodes, have been very nice. The production value you can see is much better than most things on the CW. In fact, I thought it would have been like an HBO Max show with how good it looks. They did not go cheap. I'm not saying it's oh it's like a movie. I'm not gonna say that. That's for Disney Plus. Okay, you watch The
Uh,
Mandalorian, you watch WandaVision, dude. There's some stuff on there that
yeah.
oh my,
This
it's
last
crazy.
episode was a movie, basically.
This last episode was a movie.
Yeah.
You watch the Falcon and the Winter Soldier trailer. I'm like, that's not a show. That is a movie. It's insane.
It's a long
Um,
movie. Yeah.
yeah, man. But yeah, it's a movie. So I'm glad to see DC kind of respond with their own higher production. I think that's one of the best things about, and without going off on it, it's one of the best things about having all these different platforms is competition only helps us, the consumer, at the end of the day, right? We get better content because of Disney Plus being around and Netflix being around, HBO Max being around. They're all competing with one another and they're all trying to be alphas in this space as they should be. Even Apple Plus or whatever it is, right? I mean, all these different
Yeah.
things. Paramount Plus just launched today. Yes, it's a lot of options, but at the same time, it only benefits us if there's actually quality content on each of them, which sounds like that's the way things are going. So yeah, Superman and Lois, good. I mean, not much to say about it. It's Superman and Lois. I mean, they're
Enjoyable.
not they're keeping it very safe and very like simple. And they're not trying to do anything too crazy. I mean, the craziest thing we have is the villain being an alternate universe Lex Luthor. Cool. I
Okay.
mean, that's not nothing too wild at all. And I look forward to see where all that goes. But yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Cool. Yeah. Not much on my end. Yeah. Same. Basically the same thing that I did past weekend. I did this past weekend, not last week. So, not much here. I'm trying to think if I watched anything of note, and I don't think so. Oh yeah, I did. I watched the Power Rangers episode on the Toys That Made Us on Netflix.
Cool.
If that was interesting, Joel, you should watch it because they have an excerpt of an interview with Stan Lee talking about Spider-Man,
My boy.
the Japanese Spider-Man back in like I think 78, 77, 78. When this series came out in Japan, and basically the series was the proto Power Rangers. Like that Spider-Man series evolved into the actual like Super Sentai series, and basically without Spider-Man there'd be no Power Rangers. So very good. So I highly recommend it. The business dealings that went in uh, were like nuts, dude. And the lady that was like the chairman of Marvel Entertainment back in the 80s was the one that previewed like the concept of the Power Rangers, and it ended up happening that she left Marvel to work for Fox in charge of like kids entertainment. And when Saban went to Fox, I was like, "Oh yeah, I know you because we met like 5 years ago." And it's like, "Okay, well, here's what I got." I was like, "It's the same thing that you brought. Yeah, let's do it." Yeah. So very interesting. So I highly recommend it just because of like, without Spider-Man, there'd be Power Rangers, and it was pretty cool. They go into like the making of the toys and all that, and now how Bandai were the ones that really brought the toys here, and now I think Hasbro is the ones that have the license to the toys. So very interesting. Highly recommend it. It was very good, very good. Haim Saban is a freaking genius. It's like the way he did all this stuff and the things he did back then, right, to make money. It's incredible. So I highly recommend it. It's very good. One thing that we did, Joel, my daughter mentioned we were playing Smash Brothers, and
Nice.
she mentioned it's like, oh, I wish I would have an amiibo. It's like, well, let's see what we can do, right? So we went to Best Buy. We went to a local game shop, like a mom and pop shop that's close by. And, they had a couple of amiibos here and there, but nothing too crazy. But my daughter's like, all right, pick an amiibo. It's like, well, all right, I want this one, and this one, and this one. I was like, whoa, 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 kid. Slow down. Just pick one. Right? It's like, nah, too crazy, right? Like, whoa, but I wanted this new movie. Like, all right, never ask for anything. You're a good kid. Like, she's the kind of kid that, like, she would cry in the mornings because she doesn't want to go to school, but at the same time, she doesn't like ask for anything. Like, she's like super cool. So I was like, you know what? I have a few points on my credit card. Let's go home and let's see what we can figure out. All right, ended up with this three guys, Cat Mario. I don't
Oh
know if you can see Cat Mario
yeah. Yeah,
here.
put him a little closer for a second.
It's too
Yeah.
bright. Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Cat
Okay.
Mario, and we found a Bowser,
Oh yeah.
and um,
It doesn't stop.
and this one because it's our favorite character in Smash. And I found this one in Amazon, and it was a Japanese version. It wasn't even like the U.S. version of it. It's Mr. Game and Watch.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I didn't know
So
they had an amiibo for him.
yeah. So
Wow.
it's the Japanese version because the U.S. version was like $30 for it, and this one was like there was like four left, and it was the same as the regular amiibo. So I was like, okay, we'll get that one. Had to wait a couple more days for it to get in, but yeah. So I'm getting into the amiibo stuff now, Joe.
Hey, dude.
R.I.P. my wallet. One more
That's the
thing.
worst part about it,
I
right?
know,
It's
yeah,
expensive to be a nerd.
and there's some really cool ones, right? That like my daughter not wants the Luigi one that's it, the where he's blanking, right? Is really funny. So she wants that. It's like now she has a list. I was like, I want this one, I want this one, and then we started looking at like Donkey Kong amiibos, dude. $150, man.
They're probably not producing that many of them
No,
too, so
they're
it's like
not.
harder to find.
They're out of print, and those like they're like Wii U amiibos,
Wow.
basically. Yeah. So all those older amiibos were like Wii U, like the newer. I think the newest one that I found was Joker from Persona, and I think it was like $35 because they were like sold out. Same
Wow.
thing with Cloud. It's like $35. It's like, man, it's like nothing cheaper than that. It's nuts. So yeah, it's cool. If you ask me, like I think that the mold itself, like this Cat Mario, looks super nice. I like it, and even Bowser looks really detailed and really cool,
Yeah.
right? Like they're really detailed, and I like that about it. But it's like for what they do, spending anywhere from
Scan them
13,
in.
yeah, anywhere from 13 to like $30 or more on an amiibo is it's kind of sketch, man. It's like Nintendo, what are you doing? But
It's hacking your wallet.
man, I mean, I know people that just have like all of them.
Yeah. They
It's
got shells
nuts.
of these things.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they're cool. Like I said,
Yeah.
they're detailed and they're really nice. So I'm gonna opt to find like used ones on eBay because
Smart.
you can just find them cheaper. But yeah, yeah. Other than that, man, that's been it. It's been quiet on my end. So yeah, I'm hoping to catch up on Spidey now that we have a couple of days off. I did play some Miles over the weekend because I wanted to play the original one and then ended up playing Miles instead. I think I'm like halfway done on Miles. Like so far, I'm okay. I found the phone,
Okay.
so you know where I am. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Okay. So after I found the phone, I got out, and that's the last save that I did.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So based on the progression meter, I'm like halfway through, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It again, like it all depends really on like how much side
How you
stuff you
play it?
do
Yeah,
because I was just running through the campaign because it's just
it's
awesome.
good. It's
And
really good.
but there's so much
I've
things
been
that you go
going
around do.
around
The
just
first game is the same thing. You have
yeah.
plenty to just run around, do more, even more than this game.
Yeah, it's more dense. Like there's more like in areas of the map. Like there's a lot more stuff happening, and there's specific stuff that happens
Yes.
to sections of the map that don't happen in Miles. So it's a little denser. Um, yeah, I've been going around finding the time capsules
I love it.
and the boxes, the those cases with the like the underground, and I like it, man. It's fun. Have you done the stealth challenges?
No, wait, yes, yeah.
Some of them are
Oh
pretty
yeah.
hard. Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
They're tricky. Like you gotta get creative on some of them. So yeah, I did two of those. Yeah, yeah, and I enjoyed it because it was pretty challenging. So yeah, man.
That's awesome,
We'll
dude.
see. I'm really enjoying. I'm enjoying them both for real.
But
Uh,
especially that Miles running on PS5, like it utilizes it
oh yeah,
really well.
with the ray tracing
Yeah,
performance mode, man, it looks sick.
it's crazy.
Yeah. Um, Speaking of looking sick, I did do one thing. I downloaded the beta for Guilty Gear. I don't know if I
Oh
told you that.
yeah. No, you
Yeah,
didn't tell me,
the
but
game
yeah.
looks spectacular, dude. Do you see that it got delayed till like same day as Ratchet and Clank? Now
Okay.
June 10th, same day as the Final Fantasy update.
Mm.
So that big day for PlayStation on June 10th. Um, yeah, that game only did like training on it. I didn't go online because I knew I was gonna get destroyed anyway, and I haven't played Guilty Gear in a long time. But it just looks incredible. Like the graphics on that game is like it's like a small miracle. How does they make it look so good? It's like Street Fighter better note it, right? And they should go for an art style similar to that. I know that they want to, stand out and be different. Kind of like what King of Fighters is doing, and I think the art style in King of Fighters, 15 that's coming out. Yep, 15 definitely looks way better than the one in 14. And I know that Street Fighter they want to do their own thing. I think that Street Fighter should shoot for something like that Guilty Gear style
Mm.
of graphics, because it just looks incredible. It's like, how did they do this? Because it looks great, man.
Mm.
This
It's amazing, dude.
shows the versatility of that engine, man, of that Unreal Engine 4. And there's no UE5 games out yet, so it's gonna be crazy whenever that happens. But yeah, looks very nice. It runs smooth. Like, I mean, it's PS5, so it runs smooth. I think the beta ended because the delay is they're gonna change a lot of stuff in the lobby. A lot of people were complaining about the lobby just not being good, so they're just basically going to fix some of that, fix some of the net code, and then it's good. So game comes out in June. So yeah, Joe, WandaVision. Let's let's talk about that. How should we call it? Trip down memory lane. Um, Very interesting episode. Like it feels like the episode before the big like reveal thing because it just
Yeah.
really felt like it, right? I think it again. This show is so good. So here's the thing, right? The only thing I want to point out, like random stuff, when she's having the flashback. All right, let me go back. When fake Pietro, as Agatha called him,
Which
fake
I've been
fake,
saying this,
but he's
dude.
but here's
I've
the
been saying it, dude.
but here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Like I you probably know something that I don't know, right? But the thing with the fake Pietro is that she was clearly controlling him. He's not a figment of Wanda's imagination or anything. Like he's like, oh yeah, I hexed him. I don't know where that dude came from, but I hexed him and I made him. Yeah, it's like,
yeah, he's real.
Yeah, he's real.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna find out, I guess, whenever.
Yeah.
Now with Monica in the next episode, so we're gonna find out. So I just want to point out that when he talks about the Sokovian Halloween, right? The kids are different kids as the ones in the flashback. Yeah. So that means that that's a fake memory that was implanted to fake Pietro. So I think that was cool. That scene with the kids, man, it really hit me. It was good. It was good. It's like I was ready for it, right? It was like, yeah, the building's gonna explode anytime now. So I'm ready for it emotionally. I'm good. But it happened. It happened, and then we come to find out that the Mind Stone didn't trigger her powers. She had her powers all along, and that was the big thing that's very important to the MCU and mutants and the future, right?
Right.
I think that was like of note. Other than the name drop at the end of the episode, I think that was probably the most important thing that happened. And then the not the retcon, but like the point of view storytelling that we get from when she went to see Vision at the Sword Complex. Because that was a total, a point of view thing. It's like,
oh yeah,
like this dude, Hayworth, right? He wasn't technically lying when he said that she stormed the complex and stole the body, right? It's like she didn't steal the body,
right?
But she did sort of kind of like created a little bit of ruckus there, so it was like a half truth almost. I still think. Well, I think that his ulterior motive was revealed, right? It was basically he wants to have a vision that he can control. For how long? We'll see. But, yeah. So what's up, dude? What's up?
Yeah, I mean, one of the first things I wanted to dive into is similar as you just mentioned. One of the most important moments of the entire show is when we realize, she had powers before the experimentation, right?
Correct.
Because that was a big moment for the MCU. Simply, we've talked before that we thought this show would introduce mutation, and that was a very clear indicator that she is a mutant in that moment, because we find out as a kid she was physically able to change things, and that's an important moment there. I love that. Yeah, we could still assume that the stones maybe were experimented on her, but maybe not to the way that we were led on. They never show any of the experimentation on her and her brother in these movies. They only just tell us that, and we're supposed to just believe it. And what we've learned from WandaVision is just because somebody says something doesn't mean it's exactly as it seems. So I still think there's much more to be revealed from that, but it's nice that like stuff like this, yes, would have probably made us care more about Scarlet Witch, as a character in the Avengers movies. I always thought she was a cool character, but she always kind of felt like a sideline character, which comic book wise, like she's
pretty freaking important.
She's massive. Yeah.
Yeah. So the big thing here with now that you said Scarlet Witch, right?
Yes.
There's a reason why they had never called her Scarlet Witch is because they couldn't, because of the Fox thing. Because Scarlet Witch was part of the Fox deal with the X-Men, and so that's why she was always Wanda Maximoff. She was never Scarlet Witch. Yeah. But then now like everything's coming together, dude. So that's why Peter, it's there. Like that's why he's there. Like things are converging and stuff is happening. So I was excited.
Absolutely, dude. That was a great moment. The Wanda Maximoff. She is the Scarlet Witch. I'm like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
And then the thing about Agatha simply looking at her like, where's your magic come from? Like she recognized that she's got a very strong power. So she's trying to walk through this memory lane to figure out why are you so powerful? Not only how did we get here, but also
Correct.
how are you so powerful?
Yep.
Because let's be real, if Agatha really wanted to just figure out how she got there, she wouldn't have had to have gone to when she was a little girl. She would just had to have gone to the events right before we get in the sword facility
Yep.
to figure out what leads into that, that really incredible moment. So it was great that they show us that she's interested with both the power of Scarlet Witch in addition to what actually translated with the whole Westview creation. We get kind of both together,
Yep.
which answers our questions as fans, makes us care about the character even more, and sets up a whole lot more list of questions now that only furthers and benefits the MCU. What an incredible episode, man.
It was really good. It was really good. Um, yeah, a lot of really good moments. The one big thing is that when she's creating the hex, basically you see her reconstructing Vision out of whatever power the Mind Stone gave her. So like that power over reality or whatever that the Infinity Stone gave her, she was able to recreate Vision. So the Vision that's inside the hex is real. And they said it because they could track the vibranium signature from the outside, so they know where he was.
Inside, but he is real.
Exactly. So he's stuck inside, but he's real. So now that we get, should we call him Ultimate Vision or just White Vision?
People call him White Vision. I agree with you. He's Ultimate Vision, but I think that's for what the commoners are more aware of.
The casuals.
Let's be honest,
the casuals, sir.
Let's be honest. This show is very sweaty, dude.
It is. That was a really cool reveal because I thought that when Vision lost his colors when Thanos took the Mind Stone, I thought that they were gonna bring him back with some Wakanda tech as White Vision.
Yeah, because he was
Endgame.
Up. They show that Shuri backed him up.
Exactly. Yeah. So I thought that they were gonna bring him back with like some Wakanda tech to power him, and he was gonna come back in Endgame as White Vision, and it was gonna be awesome. So I thought that was gonna happen. I think that the way they did it here, they definitely made it more emotional, and it really works. And they made it more faithful to the comics as well.
Yes.
So I don't know if you saw, Joel, that let me see if it's still there. I don't know if, let me go to Google real quick.
It's still there.
So if you Google WandaVision cast, James Spader is listed as voice of Ultron.
Yes. Someone brought that to my attention a few weeks ago, actually. I got a text from a friend. I'm like, hey, James. And I was like, well, could just be some kind of voiceover thing for like a scene. But everyone says he's going to do the voice of Vision.
So here's the thing, right? And I saw someone made a YouTube video about how, when things cross the hex, they change to that time era, right? We saw that the episode that last episode that they were in takes place in like the early 2010s, I guess, if you want to call it that. When that White Vision crosses the hex, he's probably gonna turn into Ultron, like inside the hex. Jeez. Are we gonna get a rematch between him and Vision?
Yes.
Yeah. Are they gonna fuse and create like an ultimate Vision?
See, that's what I think is gonna. I think there's gonna be a transference.
Yeah.
Because for him to exist outside this, if not,
some sort of fusion,
then we're gonna literally have. And I don't like. It wouldn't make sense to me. I think we're gonna have some kind of death in this series, to some extent.
It's the kids.
Yeah, like I don't could be the kids. I just don't know. Like they could do Vision, but it'd be like you kill him again. You know what I mean?
I don't think they're gonna kill him again.
It's kind of like C-3PO, R2-D2, right? Like,
yeah.
Can you really kill those guys? You just remake like they're they're bots. Like
I don't think they're gonna do that. I think they're gonna.
yeah, it wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, I think they're gonna go through it and probably fuse him, and he's gonna come back in as some sort of vision. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, like it's gonna be a vision mixed with like the emotions that he had inside the hex with whatever they made. So
yeah, it makes
Ultron
sense.
2 or whatever. Yeah, man, it's good. I'm excited. Also, do you hear that there's supposedly like a secret 10th episode?
That's not true. The director shot it down today.
You shut it
I
down
know.
today?
I heard it too.
Okay, okay,
Director shot it down today. So,
okay. Interesting.
I mean, we'll see, but
Yeah, could happen.
could happen, but
Next,
I
and then
doubt
in the
it.
next
I think
cameo,
I
it's
think if anything, it's more likely that this show ends and then they'll say WandaVision. Sorry, they'll say Scarlet Witch coming to Disney Plus. Blah 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 blah. Like I could see them announcing like a new,
oh
brand new, kind of like the Book of Boba Fett,
yeah,
like
yeah,
an
yeah, yeah,
actual
yeah, yeah.
Scarlet Witch show, like her own show, because it's kind of Scarlet Witch, but it's not. So I could see
Mm.
them doing something like that.
Okay, okay, makes sense. Man, we're getting so much stuff this year. I'm so excited.
I know.
So excited. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's good stuff. It's
It's
good
good
stuff.
stuff. Yeah, yeah, for
I
real.
mean, dude, someone just reminded me recently, like this month we have Kong versus Godzilla or Godzilla versus Kong. Like
Justice
this
League.
month,
Yeah,
dude. Look at Justice League.
seriously, just yeah, it's a ton. Just this month.
We
Yeah,
get that Avengers PS5 version coming out.
dude, did you see what happened? Do you see what they did?
No.
They changed the progression, so they made it grindier.
Wow.
They made it worse. They made the game worse.
I still want to play it, dude.
Joe,
I just feel bad.
oh
I
man,
feel bad.
I don't know what they did. I don't. Why? Well, how can you mess this game up?
I know, right? Ugh.
Had such promise, but we'd known from day one since Black Widow showed up. I was like, what's this? And this.
Oh my gosh, speaking of Black Widow, I have this on the side here. Give me 2 seconds here. I was going through my stuff and I put this away for a while. This is the hats that they gave us at Comic-Con.
Oh,
Got dusted off.
nice,
But it still says 2020. 'Cause
dude.
this was in 2019. And this was
Collector's
the
item.
dude, yeah. That's why I kept it in a bag.
That's like the kids in Kenya that have like Miami Heat hats from last season. So, Miami Heat world champions
So this
from last season.
This is proof. Like that was the plan, dude. Marketing. We all
Yeah.
got this in 2019, thinking,
Yeah.
okay, we're gonna wear this to the movie theaters in 2020.
Nope.
Nope.
Bro, wear it when you go.
Yeah,
to see
it has to happen.
2020. Oh man, I'm here from the past to tell you that this movie comes out in the future. Yeah. Oh,
I've
man.
already seen the movie.
There we go. Yeah, I've already seen the movie. I won't spoil it for you. Oh, that's
geez.
good. That's good. Joe, let's talk a little bit about real quick about Justice League, because the movie we know it's 4 hours long. We've talked about it quite a bit here because we are very excited about it.
4 hours and 28 minutes, something like that.
4 hours and was 2 minutes.
Oh,
4 hours and 2 minutes. Yep. It is divided in parts. I just want to go over the titles that they have. I really like that they made these parts, because the movie being so long, you can actually like split it in parts.
yeah.
So maybe this is like the episodic thing that they had planned initially. Remember when they said, "Oh, it may be episodic and whatnot." So, yeah, part 1, Don't Count on It, Batman. Part 2, The Age of Heroes. Part 3, Beloved Mother, Beloved Son. So now we know that that's when that part is over, I should stop watching him and take a break, because that's 2 hours. That's probably 2 hours in.
Yeah.
And then part 4, Change Machine. Part 5, All the King's Horses. Part 6, Something Darker. So, do you think that part 6, Something Darker, could mean that this is like not how the movie ended in because I think, Joe, that this movie is probably gonna end like not how this movie's gonna end, right? But what we saw as the third act of the theatrical version of Justice League, if you
Whedon
want to call it
cut.
that. Yeah, the Whedon cut. I think that the confrontation between the Justice League and Steppenwolf, it's going to happen halfway through, and then we're going to get more stuff after that.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be really, really different. Like I
Mm-hmm.
was not of the mindset that it was this different, but the more and more I see, I'm like, oh, this is a completely different thing,
Oh
dude.
yeah,
So, and then I don't know if you've been listening to like his interviews. He's been doing like interviews every day, like on stuff. But he was talking about how this movie's gonna end on a cliffhanger. He will end it on a cliffhanger, and that he doesn't think that he'll ever. He doesn't plan for them to do more movies. He doesn't think that they will.
yeah,
Well, he does kind of leave the door open in his interviews, and he also makes it clear that he has plans, like we've said multiple times, of 3 movies. He said that he wanted to be basically like Lord of the Rings. He wanted to be like a 3 movie leading up to a massive battle of that extent.
yeah.
So, man, what could have been? At least we're getting this.
We're
Like, I'm
getting it.
happy we're getting this.
Yep.
Man, what could have been?
2 weeks
Wow,
away.
wow.
Excited. 2 weeks away. I gotta prep that wallet for for freaking HBO Max, man. Because I'm doing it. I'm doing it because I gotta
Yeah,
watch
dude.
Godzilla. I mean, there's no going around it. I gotta watch this, watch Goji, and then keep it for Mortal Kombat, and then I'll give it a break. And then after that, it's like, you know what,
It's
you can take
fair.
a break. So probably like another month since I think my trial ends on like the 25th, 26th. I think it ends on the 26th of March. So yeah, we'll see. I'm excited. Really, really excited for this movie. So cool, good stuff. Um, Something that I'm potentially not too excited about, Joel, and I don't want to say it like that, right? Because this has the potential to be good.
Just your initial reaction.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's the Superman reboot that's supposedly in the works with J.J. Abrams producing. Um, I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I know that there is a black Superman, and he's not Clark Kent, of course. It's a different character. I don't want to say the world's not ready for it because that would be stupid, right? But I think that I think DC was doing great, giving the fans what they want, I probably don't think I don't I'm of the mentality that this is probably not what the fans wanted. Um, it's like when the Boba Fett movie was announced originally to come out. Remember, it's not necessarily what we want. It's like Solo.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like Solo. It's
Yep.
like
Good point.
it's like yeah. I mean, this is not offensive, right? It's totally fine, but this is not what I wanted. And that's probably the best comparison I can give it. It's comparing this to Solo. It's something that's probably gonna be okay, but not what we wanted. How do you feel about it, man?
No, I think you're totally fair. I think what's important for people to understand, like, why do you mean that your initial reaction is like, oh, interesting. It's more so simply because it's a completely new thing, right? Like, we're not talking about Henry Cavill coming back. I think that's what gets people the most. When you have a guy like Henry Cavill who is perfect as Superman. I mean, I had zero complaints. He was Superman.
Yeah,
And there's not many times you get an actor and that matches the character that strongly that you feel so passionately about them playing the character. And Henry Cavill's that guy. So, having Henry not come back, I think is what really gets some people's reactions. To be like, and he's been so honest about like him wanting to come back. I mean, we've talked about it, I think, before on the show. And I think I've mentioned before that, like, allegedly, he's made some, like, when he signed that, whatever deal it was for him to be back in some capacity. Obviously, we're assuming that the Snyder Cut's included in whatever that deal he made.
yeah,
Zam is the other one's rumored or something. Um, when Cavill did sign to come back, it was said that he basically made some ground rules like I won't be back if you unless you guys do this and this. So I think he has a seat at the table when it comes to decisions around him playing Superman. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's something in there where he's like, I won't be in a solo Superman movie if Zack Snyder's not producing or something along those. I wouldn't be so shocked around
Mm.
that because he's so careful about the character after what happened with the Whedon cut. He got very upset about it, about how he was portrayed. You know, the whole you basically wake up to a movie and you're a meme
Hey
on the
kids,
internet
hey
where
kids,
people are
stay out
making
of
fun of your
trouble.
face and it was not the way he was supposed to have a huge breakout performance there. I mean,
Well,
three movies of Superman. It was supposed to be amazing,
he'll
and
have it
ended
now
up not ending
because
right.
yeah.
Have it now with on the smaller screen, but
So yeah, because that the probably the only scene that that you can tell was his from the dude. This is how nuts this movie is, right? Because I think the only scene that we see that was kept that we saw on the Whedon cut that was a Snyder scene was when he went to the monument and they all started as like, "Hey, Clark," I was like, "Chill, man," and I think that was probably the only part. Like everything else was new and it sucked.
no, you're not wrong.
Yeah,
But like looking at this movie, like I saw this coming to some extent. It had been rumored for a while that Michael B. Jordan had been talking to Warner's about coming in to play Superman. It's not said that he's gonna actually do this role or anything. That's just pure speculation. And there's been talk around them just in general recasting Superman. This points very obviously to the fact that they are trying to distance themselves from the Snyderverse, which is very sad to me.
mm-hmm.
Like that's the wrong move. I'll go on the record and just say that that's the wrong move. They should have not stuck with Snyder's plan. Like I've mentioned it before, like the Snyder films. You look at whether it be Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman, Wonder Woman, like those movies are very clearly have a certain feeling to them. And
Yeah,
then when you start getting into these other ones, you could tell even the Aquaman, all these other ones, like they're okay, most of them, but they don't hit the way that those other movies did. And they were different. But that's that's kind of be expected. I've mentioned before. Allegedly, J.J. Abrams was a big Superman fan. He supposedly in his desk at Warner Brothers, his new desk, he's got a big Superman statue. So he's been a fan of his for a while. So I can see him coming in and wanting to do
yeah.
something different if he's going to come in, especially after what happened with Star Wars. I don't think he wants to come in and pick up another guy's
Mm,
project. I think he wants his own thing.
yeah,
So going completely separate and saying, look, he's not even Clark Kent. Like this is like the Barack Obama Superman literally was based off of him in the like this when this was created. So yeah, I could totally see that being the case.
um, do you think that the rumors that Marvel approached Henry Cavill about playing Captain Britain are true? No.
I don't think they did.
Okay.
Marvel's there to get the jobs done. Plus, there's usually no non-compete stuff on there. Like so, originally, the lady was supposed to play Sif in Thor. She was
Oh
in
yeah.
talks to play Wonder Woman, and then they
Yep.
had to get her out because she had a non-compete agreement with
Yep.
Disney.
And she was
So
not on Ragnarok, but she's gonna be back.
right.
Yeah.
So I could see contractually that does not be. I could maybe then again he was out of contract after Justice League. So
Justice
maybe it
League.
was true.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude.
Yeah. We'll see.
But
It's
this
very
doesn't
interesting.
mean that Cavill's not going to come back because it's a multiverse. They're making that very clear. So it's not
Yeah,
the
that's
Superman
true.
movie
That's
we
true.
want, but that doesn't mean it's over.
That's true. That's true. Like at some
We've
point,
got
we
two Batmans in a movie coming up, in a Flash
yeah,
movie.
yeah, and at some point they gotta do like other like you gotta do Brainiac at some point, and
Oh, for sure.
you gotta do like this other crazy, Superman villains. So we'll see. Interesting stuff. Uh, so there's a couple of news regarding the Obi-Wan Kenobi
Hello there.
series. Hello there. Uh, Indira Varma, who was in Game of Thrones, was cast for the show. They didn't specify the role. Uh, Rumors say that she's gonna play Satine and flashbacks. Some say that she's gonna be an inquisitor that's gonna be like looking for Kenobi. Either way, you know, things are happening. Kenobi starts filming like now, right? They're supposed to already
Yes.
be filming. So, uh, yeah, good stuff. Also, there's a big rumor that Obi-Wan's gonna be in the Cassian Andor show. Yes, because we know in Rogue One that they are going they are sending Leia to go get Obi-Wan. Like they said, it was like, okay, it's the time. Let's go look for your guy because we're gonna do this. Yeah. So
You're my only hope. I mean, she's literally sending a message, dude. She was trying to get to him.
yeah, exactly. And they know where he is, right? So um, it's supposed to be like a recurrent thing based on the rumors. It's gonna be not a one time thing. He's not gonna show up for one episode. Like he's gonna be like a recurring character. So maybe leading up to the Obi-Wan show, we'll see. I don't know. Either way, I'm excited. So yeah, now I can't wait for the Andor show. It's like, all right, Andor, it's okay. I mean, it's Star Wars. I'll watch it, but oh yeah, Obi-Wan sent us. Okay, I will watch it. Now it's like now you go a step beyond. Now it's like Obi-Wan's there. I'll watch it. It's fine. So yeah, I'm excited about that. Like I said, I'm not very well versed on Game of Thrones, so I cannot speak to the acting abilities of the lady that was cast. But based on
Good
what
for
I've
her.
yeah, good for her, and based on what I've heard, people's problem with Game of Thrones wasn't necessarily casting. So
That's true.
yeah, so there's that. Um, Joe, big news this week because how about I call it the Super Nintendo Switch, not the Switch Pro as some people are
I
calling it.
like that. I like that change in name.
Okay. Um, Bloomberg broke the story, or confirmed the story because we've heard it for a while now that this is something that's in the works, but they've basically confirmed that Nintendo is indeed working on a more powerful version of the Switch, and that version is coming up sometime this year, maybe around the holidays. So, big rumor is that it's going to be a 7-inch screen. It's going to be an OLED, and it's going to be a 720p screen for the device itself, but the docking station will allow it to display content in 4K. I don't know if it's going to be anything like super competitive. I want to say, when you compare it to like PS5 and Xbox Series X, but it's definitely an upgrade. I would rather them focus on fixing frame rate because that's it's a big problem for the Switch, man. But yeah, what do you think?
I want one. Yeah, I mean, like
Let's
I already
see.
knew this was coming, like you mentioned. But when Bloomberg puts it out there, it's basically like gospel at that point. It's coming this year. That's to get investors excited.
Yeah,
This is gonna be big for Christmas. Does that mean it's coming out on Christmas? Probably not. It's probably gonna be like November or even before that. And then I think the docking upgrade makes it interesting. I mentioned we've mentioned it before on the show. I've mentioned it to you off air. Like okay, I'm assuming that that's exclusive. That Switch and dock work exclusively together. You can't buy the dock and take your current Switch and put it on the
yeah,
new dock, and now you get some type of upgrade, even if it's not the same. There's probably some hardware that's limited to the new Pro Switch, which would make sense.
yep,
I wish they would offer us some type of, even if it's not to the same power, some type of updated just pure dock for the original Switch, but I don't know if that's technically possible. It's beyond me at that point. So I just hearing it, it's like, okay, I want one. That sounds awesome.
oh, Joe,
I
If you give me 1 second, we will be right back. We're having technical difficulties with our stream. Hey, we're back. Sorry about that. My my content creator studio thingy freaked out, and it seemed like we lost the stream, but it looks like we're good. Yes, you want one?
I want one.
Yeah, I want one too. I don't know if I can justify buying two consoles in the same year though. How do I tell that to my wife? Right? It's one of those things. I mean, here's to hoping that this device is not $500. Like
That's true.
if it's 300, and they're gonna basically like either phase out or maybe take this new uh the old model and make it like the I guess entry level model. Although they do have the light, and the light is selling well in Japan. It's doing okay here. It's selling, but you can find it in the wild easily right now. Like over the holidays, yeah, it was a little bit tougher. But right now you can find it. Um, just a note, there's no confirmation of what the new Nvidia chip would be. Speculation is that it's going to be like the X2 or whatever came after the I think X1 Plus, something like that. So it's definitely, if it's like that, it could be what's the chip that does Nvidia still do that, the Shield?
I don't think so.
Let's see, Nvidia Shield. Yeah, it's at Best Buy for $200, 4K
Wow.
HDR. So let's see. If we look at the Nvidia Shield and we look at the specs, Tegra X1 Plus is the chip that this device uses.
Yeah, the
So
Nvidia Shield TV.
yeah, so if it's like the Tegra 2 or the Tegra X2 or whatever it's called, maybe that would give you like a decent experience. But the even with the Tegra X1 Plus, that would still give you a decent boost in performance, in my opinion. So yeah, very interesting. Yeah, like I said, I want one too, because it's the Switch. It's I really enjoy it, even with its flaws.
Oh yeah.
I'm investing on Amiibos now, so now I
But
gotta deal with it.
but that's the thing. Like, it's just a good time. Like, they're not like, this is cool that we're getting an upgraded hardware on it. But you don't buy a Switch because it's state of the art hardware. You buy it because it's just a good time.
Correct. Yeah, I think the thing with the Switch is it's exactly that. Um, the Switch is different. It definitely helped a lot of people look at gaming in a different way. So it's doing something different, and I appreciate it. So um, I think that my biggest problem with the Switch is it's the frame rate right now, because I don't care. dude, like Spider-Man, right? It's like, I don't care about, if their game's running at 4K, and, as long as I get a smooth 60 and it looks good, I'm fine. And that's how I'm playing Spider-Man. I'm playing Spider-Man at 50. Like I'm planning to replay Final Fantasy VII Remake when it comes out, when the patch comes out and the Yuffie DLC comes out. I'll play it at 60. I'm not gonna, come on. Like, there's no going around it. So if they manage to fix that problem, it's like, here I was thinking, Joe, last weekend, I was playing Age of Calamity on the Switch. It's like, man, this game on PS4 would have looked amazing.
Yeah.
Running at 60 and more enemies, and that's like, even with that, right? If they give us, a decent enough bump in performance, why not, man? It's no brainer. I would definitely grab one. Like, depending on how things are concerning like the pandemic and whatnot, if they make the announcement, oh, this thing's coming out, I may just pre-order.
Oh wow!
I may just pre-order it and not tell my wife anything.
You're on camera, dude.
She's probably not watching. I don't think she's watching right now. She's watching TV. So I would pre-order it, and if I change my mind, I can just cancel, right?
I got you.
I would rather do that than go through the ordeal that I went through with a PS5.
It's insanity, dude.
I would not wing it again.
I'm so
dude.
glad that I got it that day, like the day after whatever that pre-order went, because I would not have one right now, dude. It's ridiculous.
There was a Walmart.
Had a bunch.
Walmart had a drop today, and
GameStop too.
Yeah, and it looks like a lot of people were successful. Like, it's getting better. It's getting better, but holy crap, bro! Like, if I see this Switch and it looks pretty, and the Joy-Cons, bro, if it looks pretty, right, and it's gonna look 4K, and it's like, I'll pre-order it. I don't care. I'm good. I'll deal with the. I was watching this guy.
Say a prayer for you,
bro. I was watching this guy that has a sick, like, home theater setup. Yeah. But we're talking about, like, his receiver is like $23,000, dude. Like, his like,
it's a movie theater.
His like processor alone, yeah, basically. And he made a comment, and it was like, like, buy it once, cry once, or something like that, or it's like, or buy it once and regret, and then regret it once, and that's it. It's like, versus like not buying it and regretting that you didn't buy it. So I'll probably do it. It's gonna be Christmas. It's gonna be like a secret present for myself. It's like
I would be more interested in trading in what I got if that was.
Nah, I wouldn't trade it. I would give it to my daughter. I would get her like a nice,
see,
like,
yeah.
Like, I would get her like a Nerf case or something, like, where she can, like, safely carry it around. It has a like a tempered glass screen protector, so I'm good. That I got, when I purchased it. So yeah, man, I'm excited. I want more Switch. Switch is good.
Oh yeah, I love
Switch. I like Switch a lot. Well, just the last bit of news that I have here is that the PlayStation Network is discontinuing its rentals for movies and TV. In I believe August 31st. I told you that this was happening. It's like, I don't use it. I was like, yeah, bro, I do.
I feel bad because I know people do. Like,
yeah,
that's for me personally, it doesn't affect me.
Yeah, I use it. I mean, this could be one of the things that could take me into getting an Apple TV, or using like Prime or something else.
Right.
Because I mean, my TV has Android TV. It's slow. Because it's my TV is 4 years old now, or 3 or 4 years old. 4 years old now. Whoa, holy crap!
Time flies.
Yeah, man. And but I do have like the AT&T TV device that they give you. It's an Android TV device, and it seems to work a little bit quicker. but the PlayStation had no issues, man, at all. Like those movies ran well, and looked good. So it's unfortunate that I'm not gonna have that feature available anymore. I told my wife because that she knows that that's where we get movies when we rent them.
Yeah,
It's like, oh, so what are you gonna use now? It's like, oh, I don't know. I'll probably just have to download the Prime app on the PlayStation.
PS5.
Yeah, and just get it from there. That's probably gonna be the easiest way to do it. So yeah, it stinks. Because I this is a feature that I used, but I know where PlayStation is going. I don't think they're really making a lot of money into that, and they have to pay royalties and fees and all this stuff, and it's probably a no brainer for them to just get out of it.
Like it was cool. It was a cool idea, and it made sense for them when it first came out. But with the way things have evolved to now, like it makes sense why that's going away. But I suggested to you, like, yeah, definitely go with something like Amazon or like you mentioned, even Google or something like that, because or
Yep.
even Apple, whatever it is, though, like those, because like Amazon's not going anywhere. Like that's gonna be around
Yeah.
for a long time. Like you want to make sure if you're doing digital, you're going with something that's gonna last and. I mean, when they got rid of even the PlayStation TV,
Yeah.
the
It was
functionality
popular.
where you could stream your television. I knew people who they
Yeah.
cut their cable and they got their PlayStation TV subscription, and I would thought it was a cool option. Gone. So they're kind of cutting down. I don't know what they're planning with PlayStation now. I feel like that's one of the ones that they have to have something in mind. They've mentioned a few times before about
Yeah.
competing with Game Pass and how they can get more into that and seeing that there's an appeal for it. Obviously, Sony's doing just fine. They're selling PS5s like nobody's business, but it's one of those things that I could see like being the next step of evolution for the digital market of PlayStation. I can't help but feel like the future of gaming is similar to like Netflix. Like you don't have to go in and do your weekly PS Plus. Hey, add it to my library. Like you're already gonna have a
Yeah.
library and just gonna be new stuff on your library every so often. I
Yep.
could see that.
Speaking of PS Plus, Joe, I was on right of the money on that one too, right?
You called it.
Man, Final Fantasy VII remake free on PS Plus. Uh, that's a PSA if there ever was one. So, Joel,
It's in my library.
did you buy it? Oh, okay. But did you buy like the
No, I
physical
didn't
version?
buy. Yeah,
Okay, okay.
I will though.
So there's a rumor that they're going to sell like an unlock.
Oh, like you just buy a certain
Like
pass or something.
if you have the PS Plus version, they're gonna sell you like an unlock for like $10, where you
Oh,
can upgrade for
I'd rather
the
that.
yeah. So if you want to hold off, I mean, I'm pretty sure that from here until like summer you can find it on sale, but I'd say wait it out and see what happens.
Yeah.
That way you can save yourself some money and play it, because I do
I'm not
highly
touching it
recommend.
until I
Oh
know
yeah,
that
man,
the PS5 version. It's in my library,
game's
but
so good. Game's really good. Would have been my game of the year if it wasn't for Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima was it's legit. It's legit stuff. It's really good. That's another one that you need to play, Joe.
I do.
Because it's really good. Yeah, that's what we got, man. Hopefully, next week we're coming with the end of WandaVision. Or is it the end?
Or is it? It's
Um,
probably gonna be a lot of next week. It's gonna be WandaVision.
yeah, and hopefully after that we can get some more gaming news in here. The week after that, we're probably gonna. I hope that we could talk Justice League. I don't know if we're gonna, but keep an eye out for stuff happening.
For
I
sure.
may or may not stream tomorrow afternoon. I don't know yet. So it's still TBD. We'll see what happens. But
Sure.
yeah, that's what we got,
What
Joel.
we
If you want
got.
us to go ahead and wrap it up.
Absolutely. Good people in no load time. Thank you for staying with us. We invite you to stay connected. So make sure you subscribe to the show. Our podcast version is available where podcasts are found. That's iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, Spotify, Amazon, you name it. Find us. We're also on our video version. Find us on our YouTube channel. No load time. Also, follow us on social media. We're coming to you live right now if you're watching our live stream on Facebook, Facebook Live. But No Load Time is on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. You can also send us an email. We'd love to hear back from you. So send us an email to noloadtime@gmail.com. That's noloadtime@gmail.com. Questions, comments, feedback. We'd love to hear from you all. Appreciate you following us. Appreciate you staying connected. And we look forward to being with you on our next episode.
Thank you guys. Stay safe out there. We'll see you again next time.